And you're listening to WICR.
And welcome back. Flying off the bounce here, Johnny and Ian today, joined by freshman on the volleyball team, Claire Archibald. Now, Claire, you told us about what your season so far, first one here in New Rochelle, and now let's look at the last few weeks of the season. What is it going to take for you guys to be successful? But we'll start it off more specifically. This weekend, you have your first experience with the Buffalo trip.
Oh, is it snowing over there?
It
probably
already is. But Claire,
shout out to Buffalo.
You have Niagara and Canisius coming up. How difficult or what are you expecting this weekend?
Well, when we played Niagara, we ended up sweeping them in 3 sets, and not saying that they are in any way a bad team. They are a very, very, very competitive team. We just came out against them, I think, and kind of knocked them off their rocker. I don't think they were expecting us to be at the level or the caliber that we were at. So I think just us coming out and playing our game and focusing on our side of the court, we'll definitely be able to secure another win. With Canisius, we actually played very, very well against them, and we ended up losing to them in 5 sets, as I think I remember. And they played very, very well, but we've been working hard to adjust certain things on our side of the court. That's definitely something that's going to be consistent, is focusing on our side of the court. We've been working on that. We've been working on things to adjust to their offense, their defense, working on new plays, new hits, new combos, all that type of stuff, just to make sure that we're prepared. And I don't know who we're playing first. I'm pretty sure it's Niagara. But I know this weekend will definitely be a test of how we play together as a team. And it'll definitely, as long as we play our game and focus on our side of the court, we will be very successful. So. Yeah.
And you know who's definitely been stepping up, I've been noticing, is Keanu.
Yeah.
And she's doing a fantastic job. I mean, talk about these key players that come in at the right time, you know. And Claire, also, man, she's a block machine. Oh my goodness! Elaborate on both of them a little bit and how helpful they are towards the team.
Kiana
and Carly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Kiana's one of our seniors on our team, and she's the tallest person on our team. She's, I think, about 6'2". I want to say 6'3", but I think it's 6'2". She's a very, very good player. Yeah. I think she doesn't get as much credit as she should receive. She's definitely stepped up her game. She's been working on hitting in practice, working on blocking. Obviously, it helps to be as tall as she is for blocking, but she's a force to be reckoned with. And she's definitely helped my game, practicing against having her blocking me. It kind of helps, like whenever I'm facing a tougher block, I know what to do, because I've worked on Kiana a little bit, and it sometimes frustrates her, but it definitely improves her game as well. Absolutely. And she's especially from the beginning of the season, she's been phenomenal. She's a great role model, and she's also a really, really great person just off the court. And also Carly I met on my official, and I met Kiana as well, but Carly I remember a little bit more, and she's the best. And she's definitely one of the backbones to our team. She always has incredible hitting stats. Very rare when she doesn't have a good game. She's blocking wise, she's very consistent. She's a great player, great girl. She's definitely one of the more positive people on our team. She's a junior, so she's not a senior yet, but she definitely holds herself to a higher standard, and makes sure that she's a good role model for all of us underclassmen. And she's a great girl. She's always working hard, and me and her both, we actually have asthma together, so we're asthma buddies. And whenever we do workouts or whatever, she's always helping me out, always motivating me to finish the rep, or finish that last sprint or whatever. And so she's a great girl. They're both incredible teammates, incredible people, and definitely people that I look up to. So
and they are awesome people. I always see them around campus, so I always tell them, stay positive. Good vibes. And they always laugh. They're like, we will.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. They're always together. They actually live together. We have a volleyball house. I think it's on 5th Ave. But yeah, they have a volleyball house, so they live in it together, and they're always together. They're great.
No, I see Shannon always being there all the time, and now she was a great player as well last year. Did she give you tips or advice?
Yeah, she did. She definitely said, don't let other things distract you from what's important. She I remember meeting her for the first time this year, and she was kind of just telling us like her experience, and basically kind of telling us like the things that we should look out for, things that we should make sure we don't do, pretty typical stuff. But it's really nice to see her and like Katrina Warren and Karis. They come to our games a lot. So it's nice to see that people who've graduated coming back and still supporting us, and getting to know them, and like giving them hugs after the games and hanging out with them and stuff. So it's really fun.
That's awesome. And definitely, they were both good players. So I watched them for 3 years, and just always killing it. And that's good that they give you advice, and that they're very humble with open arms. They've been great to all of us. That's great.
The support system is definitely one of the nice things about Iona Athletics as a whole, and the volleyball team. The alumni definitely make their presence known, which is what you want to see.
Absolutely.
Claire, how much would you say that that's helped you this year transition 3,000 miles away from home to a new school, a faster game? How has that helped you to transition and maybe not be so homesick?
Well, actually, Katrina is from California. Fun fact. And I watched a lot of videos from previous years before I came here. Actually, a lot of videos that Ian has interviewed, and I noticed Katrina seemed to be a very standout player, and I wanted to be like that. But I want to be like, I know like she's been an impactful player probably all 4 years. I'm not necessarily I'm not too sure about that, but I know especially in her senior year and I think junior year she was really, really an impactful player on their team, and I wanted to be like that. I wanted to be, and so I kind of set myself to that standard. I was like, I want to be like Katrina. I want to be how she was on the court, how she was like leading in the stats and everything like that. And it definitely has helped keep my mind off of not being home. It's funny, my family actually ended up moving to Maryland recently, so I'm not necessarily as far away from home as possible, but California will always be my home. So I get to go back during summertime, but it's volleyball and training and just focusing on the important things. That's really, really helped me. Setting goals for myself, motivating myself, and just focusing on what's important is really, I think, the key to how I've been able to handle it. And we've all had our homesick days, but I've been more homesick to see my family than anything. And they've been able to come out to a few games here and there, but I wish I could see them more. So
hey, I'm in the same boat too. Once the holidays hit, I'm like, oh man.
Then you have to come back to the snow.
Oh, I remember I did that last year. I went home and I came back. The very next day, it snowed in New York, and I was like, why?
Yeah.
I went from 80-degree weather to like 15-degree weather.
Yeah.
So.
Well, living in New York my entire life, I definitely would relish the opportunity to have one winter where I don't need to put a winter coat on.
Yeah. Sandals and shorts and a tank top.
We would get excited when the days would be like 55, because then we could wear our North Face jackets and boots that we have pinned up in our closet for 90% of the year.
Here in New York, 55 is like a jacket weather day.
Exactly.
Yeah, oh, man.
But Claire, we're nearing the end of our segment here, and I wanted to look at the playoff picture some. You guys sitting at 4-6, 8th place in the MAC, but just 2.5 games out of third place. A lot of teams bunched up right in the middle of the conference standings. Two of them, the two right in front of you at 4 and 5, Niagara and Canisius.
Yeah.
This weekend, I didn't even realize how much of an important weekend this is, but you can leapfrog both of them with wins.
Leapfrog.
Claire, what is it going to take for you guys to make that push for the playoffs? I think, is it top 4 or top 6 make it? So right now, you're on the outside looking in. What is it going to take for you guys to jump up and make the playoffs this year?
Definitely keep winning.
Yeah.
That's a given. I think just keep pushing forward. Where actually my coach told us that we were tied, I think, for 6th place with Niagara and Canisius, even though probably standing wise, like Canisius and Niagara have a little bit better statistics, but yeah, we just got to keep going. We just got to keep our eyes are on the prize, and that's to get a playoff spot. And I think we can definitely do it. We just need to, again, stay focused on our side of the court, keep working hard in practices, those wonderful early morning practices. But we gotta just keep in mind, like, every rep, every time that we're tired, like, what are we playing for? Why are we here? And I think that if we continue to keep working hard and hopefully stay on the winning streak that we've been on, knock on wood, we will definitely, I think we'll be successful. And I think we'll be able to secure a spot in playoffs. And then once playoffs come around, just keep working hard and keep that tenacious effort. You just keep going type of thing.
Definitely, you guys seem to be, without a doubt, moving on the right track with the winning streak that you guys are on now. And I spoke to Coach Kellingbeck a few weeks ago, and I remember it was right before the Ryder game. Ryder coming into Iona undefeated in the MAC, first place. And so I was talking to him, and I said, what is it going to take for you guys to jump ahead? And he said that we have to start wrecking people's seasons, and it starts with Ryder. And then you guys come out, you beat Ryder,
awesome.
Then you win both last weekend. What have you seen a change in the team starting since maybe the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, definitely. I think, and our coach did tell us that. He said we need to start wrecking people's seasons. And so it's funny that he told you that, because that I think kind of motivated us. We just it's a little bit of a pride thing, a little bit of kind of like that evil child inside all of us, where we're just like, you know what? Yeah, let's just do it. Like, we had nothing to lose when we played Ryder. We went into it with nothing to lose, and honestly, we didn't think, oh, we can't do this, or oh, we can do this. We just went, let's just go for it, see where this takes us, not worry about anything else other than ourselves, and let's just play our hearts out. And we did that, and I think with that win, it kind of sparked something in us that made us realize we aren't not capable of playing at the level that everybody else is at. Like, our 8th ranked spot when we came into the season, I think kind of put a little bit of a downer in some people's minds, thinking, oh, like, we're not as good as people think we'll be. But I think just with those wins, it really, really turned us around. And then winning these past 2 against Fairfield and Quinnipiac, I think our confidence and our I want to say it's swagger. We have a swagger now, and we kind of have a little bit of an edge to us, and we know that we're good enough, and we know that we can continue to have these winning streaks and continue to play the game as we know how to play it and be successful. So
you got to have that Kanye swag, right?
Yeah.
We got the answers.
Claire, it's definitely been showing up on the court the last few weeks that
Absolutely.
A brand new air of confidence for the Iona volleyball team. Unfortunately, that is all the time that we have. Claire, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Taking some time, coming on the show. The door is always open for you.
It's literally always open.
All right, thank you, guys.
That's Claire Archibald, freshman on the Iona volleyball team. For Johnny Diaz, I'm Ian Sachs, signing off until next week for Flying Off the Bounds.
Hi, this is Jason Mott, closer for the 2000.